Hey guys, you've been asking, what are your Theorycraft decks? What are you going to be playing day one? What should I play? And I've been working real hard, and I got 10 decks for you guys today. I got 2 videos. So this is the first one. We're going to go over 5 decks, and then the next one we'll go over another 5 decks. So the first one, this is the deck I'm really excited to play, is a Celestial Druid. So this is uses the card Celestial Alignment. For those who don't know, that is set each player to 0 mana crystals, set the cost of all cards in all hands and decks to 1. So you use this to discount your whole hand and your opponent's hand, but you're playing bigger stuff than them. But we have an ace in the hole, a little trick we can do. We can play, then next turn, we can play Barrens Trapper, which is Deathrattle, or your Deathrattles cost 1. Well, if they cost 1 already and they go 1 less, or your Deathrattles cost 1 less. So they cost 1, they all go to 0. So you play Celestial Alignment, and then you play all your Deathrattles the next turn. That's the idea. So you ramp. So you might have played Celestial Alignment, as early as turn 4 or 5. You go Overgrowth on 4. You play Celestial Alignment on 5. You make a giant board on 6. Now, what do we do while we wait? Well, we have Explosive Sheep. Druid historically has bad AoE, but with Explosive Sheep, that's a neutral that we can use. And we play our Watch Posts. So we have Fire Watch Posts and we have Morshan Watch Posts. And what these allow us to do is just a delay. They just are annoying. They're just there, kind of wasting your opponent's time. And that's the general idea. So we also can tutor out Celestial Alignment if we're not drawing it with our Primordial Protector. So we can draw it pretty consistently. And the big card we have is Malygos, which allows us to draw all our spells. So we can draw into a lot of these powerful spells, including Nourish. Nourish is really strong because on 1 mana you can use it to go to 2 mana or gain 2 mana. So you get 1 extra mana this turn. So but also the next turn you have more mana permanently. So that's really strong. Also can be used to draw cards. But remember, the general idea is we go Barrens Trapper and then we play all our Deathrattles for free. And you can actually do this if you have enough mana. So let's say, for example, you go Overgrowth on 4, and then you have 2 Lightning Blooms in hand. You can go Lightning Bloom, or you can go Barrens Trapper, Lightning Bloom, Celestial, and then play a bunch of Deathrattles. And that might just be too much tempo for your opponent to handle, especially if you've got something like Scrapeyard Colossus in hand. That can be just very, very strong and very, very hard to stop. So anyways, that's that deck I got for you guys. I'm really excited to play this deck. Next, I've got a Control Warlock archetype. This is running, you'll see a theme with my decks and which cards I really like. This is also running the Watch Post cards. So we're running kind of just early game board control. We've got Explosive Sheep. I kind of want to just keep testing out Explosive Sheep, and because we have Grimrow Sacrifice, which kills a minion and deals 2 to all enemy minions, we can do something like Explosive Sheep Grimrow and easily clear our opponent's board, which can be really nice. So we're kind of just procrastinating, delaying. We're a control-y deck. We have lots of heal in our deck. We have powerful, and we just have a lot of value in our deck, and efficient value. We're running cards like Deathhand's Cultist, which deals 6 to an enemy minion if you only have 10 cards left in your deck. And the archetype Blizzard was kind of putting for us, you would intentionally mill your cards. But I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to. So what I'm doing is just saying, well, we're going to get the 10 cards eventually because we draw through our deck, because we're a control deck. So it's kind of a late game powerful effect that you can heal 6. So that can get a ton of heal. And we're using Draxus as our primary win condition in late game value matchups. We play Draxus. It no longer puts us to 15 health. It just gives us 5 armor. And we just hero power every turn and get a free 6/6. So very strong. And yeah, so it's, once again, we have Primordial Protector. That can give us a big amount of tempo. Because it pulls out Twisting Nether, you can get a Tyrion. There's a lot of really powerful 8-drops. And on top of it, you tutor out your Nether. So you play it, and then if all of a sudden you're falling behind, you can use the Nether. But if you've already drawn both Nethers, you also can draw your Siphon Soul, which is a 5-drop, and there are a lot of strong 5-drops out right now. So still a powerful effect. Remember, we're in control. We're looking to kind of control the board, make things awkward to our opponent, and then get Draxus going and hero power down. You might be asking, why are we running Ticketus? Ticketus is bad. That's why. We don't want to run Ticketus. So anyways. All right, next we got a deck made by my buddy Last Champ, or The Last Champ. He's a very good deck builder. I don't know if you guys know, he invented the first version of Nomi Priest, and we were a team working on the early versions of Enrage Warrior as well. So he's a very good deck builder, and he came up with this Cyclone Hunter. And this deck looks ridiculous. If you're wondering what this deck does primarily, is it uses this Kobold Pack Runner. So after you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Hyena with Rush. So you can play this, play a bunch of spells which are just independently good, and make a whole board. So it's like a mini. This card is basically like a Violet Teacher, but 2 mana cheaper. So that's very strong. But the problem is, well, Hunter going to run out of value. Well, wait, not so fast. We play Lock and Load. Each time you cast a spell this turn, add a random Hunter card to your hand. So you can go Kobold Pack Runner, Lock and Load, then play something like Demon Companion, Adorable, Tracking. You're going to get a bunch of 1/1s, and you're going to fill your hand with value. So very strong effect. So that's why we're Cyclone Hunter. We're kind of developing while generating value while we're moving. We can do very powerful effects by combining these cards. We run some weapons. We run True Crescent, and we run the powerful Ringling's Rifle. And with Trampling Rhino, we can do some things that were done in the previous expansion, but were never quite good enough, where we do something like we rush Trampling Rhino, because this deals excess damage to the enemy's hero, so you can rush into something that hit with the True Crescent, hit something again. So we just have powerful tempo. We have sort of powerful tempo plays, big value generation, and just overall, I think this deck is going to be really strong. So really cool idea. I really hope it works. And so check that out. It's a little different, but it looks like it could be really, really strong. Next, we got Deathrattle Demonhunter. This deck is playing Deathrattle effects and cheating stuff out to do powerful Deathrattle plays. One of the cards that is the strongest cards in the deck is this Death Speaker Blackhorn. It's a 7-drop, but summon 3 Deathrattle minions that cost 5 or less from your deck. This card's insane. If you were only running Deathrattle cards, which we're running some powerful ones, it just tutors out really powerful things. And for cheap, and Deathrattle minions are resilient, so you do this on an opponent, even if they're a control deck, it's very hard for them to remove the whole board. So what am I running? So for early game, we've got True Crescent and Tusk Speaker, allowing us to kind of control the board early, and we have a Sigil of Flames as well, which is kind of the mini Doomsayer effect. And then we start playing our Deathrattles, and so we can kind of not fall behind a board, and then we start cheating out Deathrattles really effectively. Our Razor board can pull out our Razor Fen, and that can control even bigger things. We even have the Darkspeed Berserker, which is a 4-mana 5/7, which is just really good stats. And the fact that you can pull it out for free. Demon Hunter doesn't really struggle with life as much historically. And we have Deadhead Cultist, which can give us a little heal potentially, but it's also just a Deathrattle, which is really valuable. We don't run Skull. I don't think Skull would work very well in this deck because we're kind of just too high of curve. I think Skull is often going to be, and instead though we're running Vengeful Spirit, which outcasts draw 2 Deathrattle minions, I kind of like that better, but I could definitely see the deck moving back to being a Skull-based deck. But I decided to put 2 Ildari Studies. So if you really need a Skull, you might be able to discover one. But I think the Ildari Studies is a little bit more flexible. It allows you to kind of get what you need. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're trying to cheat out these Deathrattles. We often can even Baron. Let's say we have 2 4-drops in our hand, like 2 Darkspeeds. We can trade with our Razor Fen and then go Baron. I'm also running Ace Hunter Kreen because the way I look at it, 1, we're running True Crescent, but 2, Deathrattles tend to be sticky. They're often less removed. So by playing Ace Hunter Kreen, you can often if your opponent doesn't remove them, you can just really punish them by being able to trade the death rattles without taking damage. So that's my idea there. I think it could be, depending on the meta, it could be a powerful, especially sort of mid-range deck, especially against decks like Control Warrior. Control Warrior just can't deal with all those death rattles. It's just so difficult for them to deal with. Finally, I got a deck for you guys. This is by Jay Alexander. Jay Alexander we did the co-op card review last week, and he already put out a ton of decks, and he's a much better rogue deck builder than I am. I don't play as nearly as much rogue in him, and he had a bunch of Theorycrafted decks, and this was the one I liked the most. I got a link below to all his Theorycraft decks that he posted on his Twitter, but it's running Ticketmaster. And so Ticketmaster is the card that Deathrattle shuffle 3/3/3s into your deck that when they come out, well, you get the free 3/3. Well, normally that's really too slow, but because of things like Efficient Octobot and Field Contact, where we play a Battle Cry, draw a card, we can just draw so many cards. So we just go through our deck like crazy, and then we get these free 3/3s. So normally, these cards are too slow, even though they're incredibly efficient. But with the incredible card draw, all of a sudden they're just super efficient and they're not slow because you're going to be drawing so many cards. So this is just running a lot of powerful general rogue stuff. We've got pen flingers to just burn them down if it gets to the end like that. But just lots of powerful things to just kind of but these Ticketmasters, we can really just put a lot of additional pressure really efficiently with the draw. So now we're not just drawing to nothing, we're drawing to a win condition, which is lots of 3/3. So really like this deck idea. So yeah, those are my first 5 decks for the Theorycraft. So I got another 5 decks in the next video, so make sure to check those out for the other 5 classes. So hope you guys like those too.